everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I know it has been a hot minute since I last filmed a video, like 5 or 6 months or something like that, and I'm so sorry. It's just been crazy and like weird, but you know, I had the day off today, so I was like, I haven't filmed a video in forever, so I'm gonna sit down, I'm going to do it today, and yeah, so here I am. So for today's video, I'm really excited. I'm going to be doing like a dewy, glowy, summery bronze kind of look, you know, like that look that you want to wear to the beach and just like look really healthy, have healthy skin, just look naturally radiant in the summer. That's a lot of words, but that's what I'm doing. I did have one thing that you have probably noticed is that, oh my gosh, my picture is a lot clearer now because I actually got like a fancy camera, like a professional camera, instead of using the little like photo booth camera on my MacBook, because that's what I used in the past 4 videos that I've done, or however many I have, I don't even know. But I got a Canon camera back in like January, I think. I've been posting pictures with it on Instagram and stuff like that, but I haven't actually sat down and filmed a video with it. So this is the first video on my YouTube channel where I'll actually have clear picture and you guys can see what I'm doing. So yay for that. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so for the first step of this dewy, glowy, healthy, bronzy, natural, radiant, so many words look, I am going to be using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. With this stuff, it can make literally any foundation just look glowing from within. It's an amazing primer, and I just love the way it makes my skin look. So I'm going to pump 1 little pump, 2 little pumps onto my hand. So I'm just going to take the primer and rub it in my fingers and just go into my skin. Make sure you really spread it all around so that your entire face is covered. And you can probably already tell that my skin looks glowy just from doing that one step. Then the next thing that I am going to do is take an awesome foundation from the drugstore. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and I'm in the shade 202. And so what I'm going to do is just squeeze out some of that onto my hand. And then here's the trick. This is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight, because I'm pale. And so what I'm going to do with that is take the little dropper that it comes with and put like little 1, 2, 3 into the foundation and then mix it all together. And so what the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops do is you mix them with any sort of liquid product and it just adds a radiant effect to it without changing the formula, which is awesome. And so the Pro Glow foundation is already pretty dewy. It still offers a good full coverage, but we really want to look healthy and just like our skin is glowing, so I decided to mix the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in it. So after I've dotted the foundation all over my face, I'm just going to spread it around with the Beauty Blender. And something that's great also about using the Beauty Blender with this look is that whenever you're using the Beauty Blender as opposed to a brush, it presses the moisture into your skin each time you pat, because obviously you're supposed to wet it before you start using it. And so that offers another aspect of hydration to your skin as well. I'm going to grab a little bit more on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pat the Beauty Blender into it and then put a little bit on my neck just so that it takes the color from my face and makes it so that it doesn't look like there's a line right at my jaw. So just make sure that everything is all blended in, the hairline, the jawline, there aren't any places that are uncovered. So next I'm going to take some concealer and just put it on my under eyes, on my chin, my nose, my forehead to kind of highlight the high points of my face. And then I'm going to take the same beauty blender but use the pointed end this time and just blend that concealer in. This is just going to make your under eyes look lighter and brighter and more awake and fresh. And I'm blending it on my eyelids a little bit too, because I get darker veins on my eyelids since I'm so fair. Okay, so normally what I would do now is set the liquid products with a powder, but since we want to keep that luminosity in the skin, if you powdered it, it would all just go completely matte. And so what I'm going to do is all of the places where I'm afraid of the liquid products creasing or, you know, wearing off throughout the day, I'm just going to powder those areas. So for me personally, that would be like my under eyes and my nose and my smile lines. Basically everywhere you put concealer and everywhere, like when you move your face, that gets a line, if that makes sense. And I am using Coty Airspun Translucent Powder, which is an awesome product from the drugstore, and just dipping my beauty blender right into the powder and then dabbing that underneath my eyes. On the tip of my nose, on my chin, on my smile lines, and then on my forehead. And I'm not going to let it set too long. We're not baking or anything, so I'm just going to wipe it away immediately. And you see how that kind of took some of the luminosity away? Yeah, so that's why we don't want to put powder all over the entire face. You just want it to be a little bit more long-lasting, and you don't want the liquid products to crease, so that's the only reason that we really set those areas with the powder. But so to bring some of the light and glow back into my face, I'm going to go back in with the Cover FX drops and just put it in the areas that I would normally put my powder highlighter. So I'm just going to take the dropper and kind of just go like that. Dot it in all of those areas. And then take my beauty blender and blend it out. So then after I have blended out the Cover FX drops, generally like with liquid products you want to set it then with a powder, so I'm going to go in with a powder highlight just to bring out that extra glow and just make my skin look extra blinding. This is the Ofra Beverly Hills highlighter, and it is one of my favorites because it's blinding and you can mix and match any of the colors that are in it. So I'm just taking a Morphe M310 and just grabbing all of the colors on the brush, just going on top of it where I put that Cover FX highlighter. Just like that. Oh my god, it is blinding. I'm looking in the camera right now like Yes! And I like to put highlighter on my chin. Some people don't like to do that because it can make you look a little sweaty, but I just think, you know, the chin is a high point of your face, and if you turned and the tip of your nose was glowing but your chin wasn't, it'd be, I don't know, it looks more natural to me. And then just a little bit on the Cupid's bow, because that's another high point of the face. So that is it for the Ofra highlighter. And as you can see now, my skin is glowing to the gods. And so next I'm going to go ahead and add some bronzer and some contour just to warm my face up a little bit. So first I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which is an amazing color for me, and also it smells like chocolate. It's so great. I'm just gonna put that on my cheekbones here. And since this is bronzer and not contour, I'm not being super precise with the placement. Be really careful when you do this, because since you didn't set the areas where you're putting the bronzer with a translucent powder, it might want to move around some of the liquid products underneath it. So just dab it like that and just be kind of careful and make sure that you're not moving around any of the liquid products. I have a little bit of a bigger forehead, so I'm just gonna kind of make it look more normal by bronzing up the top of it. And if you think about it, if you're laying out in the sun, then the top of your head, or like the top of your face, is gonna get more of that sunlight than, say, like your cheekbones or your like jawline, if that makes sense. Bronzing up the under chin to make it look like I have one chin, and bringing it down the neck so it doesn't look like a line, because we do not want that. My god, every time I look in the viewfinder and I like turn my head to the side, I'm just like, oh, yes, 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 give it to me. So after I do the bronzer, I'm just gonna go in with a tiny little bit of contour, and I'm taking this lightest shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette on a pretty small brush, and then just putting it in very precise areas here on my jawline. Not jawline, on my cheekbones, and blending it out. It's gonna make your cheeks look a lot more chiseled rather than just bronzed. And this is a Morphe M335, in case you were wondering. And I'm gonna just put a little bit on the sides of my nose, because I like to have some warmth in the center of my face. And the tip. The tip. And that's pretty much it for bronzer and contour. So then last but not least, for the face, I am going to do some blush. I'm going in with the Morphe 9N palette. And let's see. I think I want to go with a brighter blush today, so I'm going to take this one right here. Just a little bit. Tap off the excess. Using a really light hand and just brushing it on. Now I'm going to put a little bit on my nose too, just to get that sun-kissed effect. But not too much, because you don't want your nose to be pink. Okay, blush is done. Now I'm going to move on to my brows. And so for brows today, I'm going to be using, no surprise, my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe. Alright, brows are on, and now I'm just going to highlight the brow bone again with the Ofra Beverly Hills highlighter. Alright you guys, so that is it for the face part of this makeup look. I'm actually filming another video right after this that has the eye makeup for this look, so I'm gonna go and do that and I will be right back. Hey guys, so I just realized that my camera was not recording when I filmed putting my lipstick on. So, in case you're wondering, I lined my lips with the Colourpop Skimpy lip pencil, and then I put the Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar gloss on top. And then I set my face with the Morphe Prep and Set setting spray, which I have been loving lately for priming and for setting my face because it shoots out as an aerosol instead of as little sprays, and the mist is really fine, so I really like that. And I'm like mad at myself because I just wasted a lot of product there, but that's okay because it's cheap, which is another thing that I really like about it. Alright you guys, so that concludes the end of this glowy, bronzy, dewy, natural, radiant, how many words can I think of, makeup tutorial. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought and what you would want to see next. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will not be another 5 to 6 months from now. Okay, bye you guys. Thanks for watching. Mwah.